ladies and gentlemen. Today I will talk about processing of cereal by dark fermentation and anaerobic digestion, mostly focusing on anaerobic digestion. My my discussion will be today based on newest work published in Environmental Technology and Innovation, written by Professor Raul Munoz from Valladolid University and was published 1 week ago. And this is about why used. The natural cereal is very good source, well a source of potential biofuels, in this case biogas. And this is very important to process because it's widespread ways of agriculture and all processing because of from every many food processing and woodware is processing legal ways for cereal arrest that needs to be utilized. Therefore, the one step is to use anaerobic digestion or specific case like fermentation. In case of anaerobic digestion, methane anaerobic digestion, the process is faster and convert this firstly hydrolysis is changing the lignocellulose into simple organic matter, hydrogen into simple organic matter, like or short organic acid. And this short organic or hydrolysis to short organic to compound of sugars that is converted to short organic acids, acidogenesis, by bacteria that later, if unstopped by pretreatment, will be coming to methane. This process is shown that this hydrolysis is going to produce some sugars, simple sugar that will be transferred into acetic, propionic, and butyric and valeric or caproic acid. But here, in this case, he chose this way because it was used as processing, calculating this biogas production. And similarly, in the case of dark fermentation, this process stop on these acids because it's hydrogen. But according to work, much less because we used only these ways which not converted to acids, while anaerobic digestion also used this liquid phase partly to upgrade biogas. Therefore, only smart part is converted from hydrogen, this hydrogen, and in from 1 gram, 1 kilogram of of wheat straw, we can produce only 13 gram of hydrogen and 11 from rye or barley. This shows that its parameter in case of inoculum, in case anaerobic digestion, we can produce somehow more because twice more, or even 4 times more than in case of dark fermentation. Therefore, more useful for processing the waste into one product of methane. It's right now anaerobic digestion simply without stopping mm, and the process. Of course, there can be some level that will be used to upgrading this methane process to produce more converted methane, upgraded methane suitable for using. But methane focusing will be the aim, mostly. The hydrolysis is the design as first order. Why? Because they use Professor Munoz to model a hematogenous phase. They form different balance matter as, for example, Gomper's equation, similar like hydrogen. But in case of hydrogen, this case is not exponential function, as its function goes to the uh, trans mm, to uh, to the tangential arctangential function in case hydrogen, while in case of simply model, and this is compass to is also mm, some partly optimization, but in fact this should be in this case transformed into the fair uh, form of mm, form of of simple equation, not exponential. But exponential is much chosen because simpler than tangential or arctangential functions. But its simplicity or to exponential is still enough in case methane. But in case of dark fermentation analysis, is big error is too big. Therefore, we avoid to use it. Uh, we compare also equation only to use similarity, but still the error is in case dark fermentation not replicable enough. They used to suppose to use not a similar anaerobic digestion model, which is a method using this substrate all processing as setup of equation of biomass growth, substrate, and biogas function. Then this if we don't use an digestion or similar to cotangential function, act cotangential function, and this research shows that how the heat in case of methane is heat required. So we have heat flow uh, as as proportional to the water required to flow to have heat and the difference of temperature which is observed and the substrate yield. So this is the heat required, and heat obtained is the heat of methane, which is substrate of yield, and a multiplier production. So this heat needs to be equalized, and to make heat more production uh, that we get, and sugar production is something that in compared to other ways is better because sugar anaerobic digestion is usually exothermic, which gives energy out, while endothermic waste pieces. That's why in aerobic digestion, if we want much energy, much heat more produced, we should consider also of uh, of sugar, like in case of documentation. And this shows the modeling steps how to process with other digestion model. And in case after these results and how the volatile fatty acids was produced, the for volatile fatty acids mm, was conversion was for barley straw, not like in case of wheat straw. So barley straw, in case of here, in case this true cereal was growing the world most, and barley was also quite better converted, and 35% of conversion could obtain without any further processing, only mincing. So in this case, shows Munoz that barley is more better. So, so this from the CEO, barley was in case of methane is better, but in case of hydrogen production, the worst method, best straw is the wheat straw. So this is the final. Thank you very much for listening to me.